So when Baba is talking to his children, Baba always says, "Sweet children, मीठे बच्चे." So आज बाबा ने कहा मीठे बच्चे, जब तक आत्मा पार्ट में है तब तक उसे 100% रेस्ट मिल नहीं सकती। रेस्ट मिलती है निर्वाण धाम में, वहां कोई पार्ट नहीं। Sweet children, as long as souls are playing their parts, they cannot take 100% rest. They take a rest in the land of nirvana, where there is no part to play. So when the souls are up there in the soul world, only then you can have complete rest. Because as soon as the soul enters into this body, it is activated. So we have to come into action, because this is, we call it Karam Kshetra, the field of action. So on the field of action, you have to come into action. Even thinking is also a kind of action, a kind of karma. So you cannot be thoughtless while the soul is in this body, even if you are sleeping, but mind is still working. So if we ask for complete rest, so Baba says only when you are in nirvana, then only you can have complete rest. Otherwise, not possible. So accept this. This is about acceptance, that when I'm here, I cannot have rest. Because some people think, no, this way, that what is this kind of life, always doing something, one after the other, always have to do. So when can I have some break? I need a break, I need a rest. Actually, you cannot have a break. That's the reality. You cannot have. We can just slow down our thoughts, we can change the direction of thoughts, but you cannot be completely free. Because you are here as an actor playing your role, and you have to fulfill that until we go back. Question: what thoughts do the children who become tired of studying have, which then become sinful thoughts? So some children, they become tired, especially spiritual study is such a study in which everything is very subtle. It's not very much visible. Not like other things. Like when you do something physical, you can see the result in physical form. So you see the result, you get the motivation, you feel like, okay, I have done something. And because of that motivation, then you are encouraged to do it more further. But here sometimes it happens that you cannot see your progress clearly. Because it's a very long journey. It's not overnight transformation. Slowly, transformation is happening. But maybe others cannot see in the beginning. It will take some time for others to see. At least 20, 30%, 40% change when I bring up to that level, then it is little bit visible to others. In the beginning, they can't see much. And especially if you were already a nice person before coming into Gyan, you were already very polite, you were already very tolerant, having patience. These things which are visible, it was already there in your personality, then definitely no one can see the change. Because you were already good, you were already nice before meditation also. So what is the benefit? Why you are going all the time? Why you always talk about meditation? Sometimes they will question also. So because of all these things, external and also internal, I know my change more than anybody else. So if I know that, okay, I can't see much change in myself because some situation came and I reacted once again. My reaction was not according to the Gyan I'm studying. Then sometimes there is mental fatigue inside, that tiredness you feel inside, that what is the use meditating every day? What is the use? I'm not able to do it. It's same like a student studying in a school. Good student who will have the zeal and enthusiasm of always keep on going on that study will be a good student, right? But for what reason? Good student means who is paying attention in the classroom study also, who is also doing his homework, all his assignments he's finishing on time, and then in exams also he's paying attention. So there are so many things. And if suppose I don't do my homework one day, second day, third day, fourth day, and it is getting accumulated. Fifth day, I don't want to go to school, right? Because I know, okay, 1 or 2 days, teacher will say, okay, fine, no problem. Some reason I can give, and they also accept. But how long? So even if nobody says anything to me, still my own feelings will be heavy. I feel heavy. This heaviness brings tiredness. And because of that tired feeling, then I just want to give up. So this stage of giving up doesn't come in one day. It's also a process. So that is why every day what we are studying, our study is all about imbibing. If I don't imbibe, then after some time I will feel tired because you are intelligent. If you are not intelligent, then no problem. Some people, they don't understand, then there is no issue because they didn't know, they didn't understand that what is wrong and what is right. So whatever they do, they feel comfortable. But you have understood, and still if you do that, you feel very uncomfortable, you feel heavy about yourself. So then they become tired of studying. Now Baba is asking what kind of thoughts they will have when they become tired. I told you the reason of tired and the feeling of this mental tiredness or spiritual tiredness. Now Baba is telling the thoughts when you have this tired feeling. First, they have thoughts of leaving the father. कोई फायदा नहीं. What is the use coming to Baba? What is the use remembering Baba? These kind of thoughts, I still cannot improve myself. What is the use? So they have thoughts of leaving the father, that is of divorcing the father. Have you heard in this life, they divorce, husband and wife, they divorce. Have you heard that they divorce their father or mother? There is nothing like that existing, but it happens in the spiritual paths. Divorcing God, when we just forget and we don't want to go to him or remember him anymore because of whatever our own weaknesses. So Baba says they have thoughts of leaving the father, that is of divorcing the father. Baba says to have this thought is to have a sinful thought. Baba has used a very heavy word for that. It's not only negative thought, it's a sinful thought. Paap hai. Even thinking of leaving the Father, the Supreme Father who is giving me everything, and I think of that way. It is a sin to have such a thought. And sin is not related to others, it's for myself. If I create a thought which is not beneficial for myself, it's rather taking me towards hell, that is a sinful thought. And I have to bear the consequences of that in the form of pain, in the form of sufferings, because I am creating that suffering for myself. I am disconnecting from the source of powers, from the source of happiness, from the ocean of love. I am choosing to disconnect. So, what will be the result? Consequences, I cannot be happy, I cannot feel the love, I will feel lonely, I will feel tired, more tired, even in life, in other relationships also. So Baba says not to study means to become tired. So for some of you, it's the beginning of the journey, right? So from the beginning, whatever sanskar you create in this spiritual journey also, don't take it casually. Don't look at anybody else, even if they came before you. Some people, they came before you in this journey, but maybe they are not that regular. So don't follow anybody else. Just listen to godly instructions and take it like very sincere effort of my life that sincerely I have to study every day. I must. ठीक है पूजा जी? So Baba says it is a sin to have such a thought. Not to study means become tired. Such children spoil their income because knowledge is source of income. And if I don't study, I lose my income. Each point of knowledge, Baba always says, each point of knowledge is worth millions. So each point of Murli I have to imbibe inside. Second, if you sulk with the mother and father, due to any situation. It's like some Baba's children, they start complaining father itself. When something wrong happens, Baba, why you did this to me? It's like blaming father and then sulking with the father. Rootna, naraz ho jate, root jate. You lose the sovereignty of 21 births if you sulk with mother and father. He is the bestower, he is the giver of sovereignty of 21 births. Which 21 births? How come it is 21 births? 21 जन्म कौन सा है? Satyug, golden age is 8 births. You don't know yet, some of you. Then Treta Yuga is 12. So they are 20. And now, at the present, this life also one birth, this birth also I am attaining the self-sovereignty actually. So 21 births, inheritance, I will lose that. See, inheritance you get from the father. If you disconnect from the father, how will you get inheritance? Simple. Even if he wants to give to you, you are not receiving it. What can he do? So let us have remembrance from Baba to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, now found children. We were long lost and now Baba has found us. Love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to spiritual children. रूहानी बच्चों की रूहानी बाप दादा को याद प्यार, good morning or namaste. So we say namaste in response to Baba. Then essence for dharana, there are 2 points from the Murli. First is become a complete donor. What we have to give to Baba? We give BMW. Body, mind, wealth, everything belongs to Baba. All my BMW belongs to Baba. So complete donor. Surrender everything to the Father with honesty and transfer it to the new world. Now this is a very big insurance Baba is making for us. Because any insurance company, you give some premium every year or 6 months, quarterly, whichever way, you pay the premium. And after that, they give you assurance that whenever there is some kind of calamity or anything, we will pay you, we will return you with interest and whatever is their commitment they give you. But any insurance company can make a commitment for coming lives, next life, after that, after life. Can they? No one. So whatever we do through my body, my money, and my mind, my wealth, in any way, whatever I contribute in this task of spiritual task that Baba has created now, that is insured. Just think about it. Anyways, it's going to finish. And in the end, I'm not going to take it back with me. Just think in that way. Nothing is going to go with me. While I am alive, with my own hands, according to godly directions, if I use it in a worthwhile way, use it for the world benefit, benefit of others, according to Baba's direction, not according to my own understanding of benefiting others. Like I give money to the beggars, that might not be benefit, that might even spoil that person. So according to Srimad means anything which is for the betterment of the souls, spiritual empowerment of the souls. That is something which is creating my fortune. That is something which I insured. I give in Baba's task something that is insured and that I will get for 21 births. I don't have to think about it. So this is godly insurance. Baba says, and body, this body is old, Kali body. It's not nobody has a perfect healthy body right now. Everybody has some problems, some issues. So Baba says, no matter what kind of body, you give it for godly service. Through this body, I do some seva. My body becomes healthy. Gets a blessing of becoming healthy, not only for one life, for 21 lives Baba is promising. There's a logic, there is a reason behind everything. So Baba says, become a trustee for as long as you live. Take Srimad from father at every step. Becoming a trustee. Before we were thinking, I am the owner. But now you have to become the trustee. I am not the owner. Baba is the owner. It belongs to Baba. So what we say, Baba, whatever is mine, I surrender it to you. Then what Baba says in response, Baba says, what will I do with this? You take care of all this, but ownership already transferred to Baba, so I make you the trustee. Now you are the trustee. So in your family also, take care of everyone like a trustee. They are God's children. Baba has given these children to me to take care of them. It's like I am taking care of God's children as a trustee, as a nurse, as a caretaker. Possible to do that shift of consciousness. Not my children, God's children, and that is the truth. They are not your children. Who said every soul is independent? They just come through you. They're not your children. All souls are God's children. And that also they came only in this life as your children. You never know past life where they were and the next life where they will be. So same way with everything else also. This all belongs to Baba. I'm just a caretaker. And when you remember that, anything in your hand, you will ask Baba. You will ask the owner, Baba, how to use it. And when you have this shift of consciousness, you go to the shopping mall, you check the things while buying also, there will be a voice inside, don't waste money. There will be a voice from inside because it is not your thing. It's not your wealth. It's Baba's wealth and you are just the trustee. When you remember that, every penny you will use in a worthwhile way. And that can be ensured. So become a trustee, take Srimad on every step. If you cannot understand, then ask. All the teachers in the centers, they are the instruments of Baba. So you talk to them, you can get the Srimad, get the guidance. And I have seen people from the beginning. There are some old people, those started their journey long back. I have seen they are very firm with that. They take Srimad in everything. Every detail they will tell that this is my situation, this is the family situation, this is the financial situation, and this is my emotional situation. What should I do? How should I make effort so that everything is used in a worthwhile way, nothing is wasted? There is, Baba has told the ways, that one part for myself, one part for my family, like anything, any resources what I have, then one part for the contingencies, for the emergency reserve. Something suddenly happens, you should save one part also, not that everything you just spend. And then one part also for spiritual service, you have to take out 10%. That is Baba's direction, that at least that part should be taken. 5 parts Baba has told that you must do that way. Then it becomes like a worthwhile way, using in a worthwhile way. So Baba says, never sulk with Srimad or follow the dictates of your own mind. Like I listen to Murli, I listen to some spiritual point, and then after listening, my own mind says, no, this doesn't work for me. This point is okay, but this point doesn't work for me. Who is sitting inside and conflicting with God's knowledge? Who is that? My weakness is sometimes, because I am not able to do that. So then my mind will start creating justifications for that. And my mind will make friends with intellect also, start creating reasons through the intellect. Many we can create. If we don't want to do anything, we can create 108 reasons for that. We are very intelligent. Ravan was also intelligent, and that Ravan is now sitting inside. Very intelligent. So if in that direction my mind goes, then Ravan will give all the reasons, logics. You see people who do wrong things also. They have reasons. You listen to them, you will be convinced that what they are doing is maybe right, maybe genuine. But paap is paap, punya is punya. Paap, you can in any situation is paap. You cannot call it punya, no matter what. So taking guidance before doing it is better, or after I make the mistake and then I go and ask Didi, ye to ho gaya. Now it happened and now what should I do? You should ask before that. So it's better to ask Mama, who was the Yagya Mata, Mama Jagdamba Saraswati. She used to say one thing. She used to say in Hindi, "Pooch pooch ki pooch laga do." Pooch means to ask, and pooch also means the tail. So you pooch pooch ki pooch means you keep asking, no matter how many questions you want to ask. Ask. It is far better than making mistake. They also say in English, there is a saying something like, the one who asks is fool for one time, and who doesn't ask is fool forever. So fool for one time is okay. And it's not a fool, because spiritual things, this knowledge is something new, something different and very subtle. Sometimes maybe we already know and we feel that we are right, my knowledge is right, but still it is good to verify. You check that this is a situation and I'm thinking that spiritually I should do it this way. Is that right? We can cross check also, no? It helps. It is for your benefit. And Baba has given these support system. This whole, the centers and the sisters everywhere. This is a support system who are there and who are continuously into this lifestyle and so much of study, so much of experience of many years. So they are able to answer you. If they don't, then they will say that, okay, we will ask our seniors. In case some question we don't know, and we will say, okay, we will ask Dadi, we will ask the seniors and we will tell you. So then your mind is free because you take the Shriman. Now it's whose responsibility? Baba's responsibility, because you have asked Baba, you have asked Baba's instrument, and Baba has said that if instrument said something and you just accept and do it, even if you feel it's not 100% right, still Baba takes the responsibility because you did the right thing by asking. Such a big relief Baba is giving to you that you just ask, do it, it will be correct. Even if it is not correct, Baba will make it correct. That much Baba has said. So Baba says, never sulk with Srimad or follow the dictates of your own mind. Because this mind will bring up the old kind of sanskars and that ideas that we were already implementing before knowledge. May you be a helper of God, blessing today's blessing. May you be a helper of God and experience God's magic in doing service by being in a combined form. So may you be a helper of God and experience God's magic in doing service by being in a combined form. So do not just consider yourself to be a server. Today Baba has given this point. Not only a server, but you are a godly server. Ishwariya Sevadhari. Godly server. But do service while considering yourself to be a godly server. By your having this awareness, remembrance, and service will automatically be combined. When you separate God from service. It's like you're doing something, because here everything what we do in Baba's task, everything is godly task, and I am a godly sevadhari, godly servant. But if while doing that karma or that duty, suppose I then, after some time, when I forget that this is God's task, and I'm just doing it as an ordinary duty, as an ordinary job. Suppose I'm washing dishes, I'm cleaning the floor, but in Baba's home, I'm cleaning means I am contributing in God's bigger task. See them at the macro level. It's a huge task of world transformation going on. And in that task, I'm contributing a bit from my side. So that should be my awareness. Not that I'm washing dishes. No, that is a very ordinary awareness. If I come into that feeling that I'm washing dishes, or I'm cleaning the floor, or I'm just cooking something, then God is separated and Seva is separated. So Baba says, when you separate God from service, then you become alone. And when you become alone, then you feel tired. Then you feel heavy. And the task also feels like very huge and difficult, and I don't want to do that. That kind of feeling. And destination of success becomes very far. So I have to bring that success closer to me. And success will happen when me and Baba is combined. In everything, I am combined with it. I'm combined with his powers. And then in slogan, Baba says, Karma Yogi. Who is a Karma Yogi? Karma Yogi, if you want to become a Karma Yogi, then be seated on the lotus seat. What is your lotus seat? Lotus is like, it is in the mud water, but it is detached from the water. So while staying in this world in Kali Yuga, in Iron Age, it is like mud water. It is a very dirty water. I have to live. I cannot separate myself from the world. Like lotus is always there. If you see deeply, lotus, the family of lotus, the lotus root and all other things are inside the mud. Only lotus is outside, detached. Means it is taking its nourishment from that mud water, but still not the color, not the negativity. So I am living in this world, but I should be seated on my lotus seat, means stay detached from the negativities of the world. Don't leave the world. Here it is not about leaving the world, leaving the family, leaving the people. No. While living with them, I detach myself from those negativities. I'm not affected by that. So if I'm able to do that, then you are called a true karma yogi. While doing karma, because means living in that mud water, because your karma is all related to Kali Yuga. You have to stay with the people of Kali Yuga. You have to talk to them. You need to, you cannot separate yourself from them. But while doing that karma, inside my connection is only with one. I don't take the negativity. I don't receive. I don't eat that. I eat only what I want. Only that I absorb. So that's the meaning of being a karma yogi. Baba has given many different definitions in different murlis. And that way Baba covers every point, like 360-degree view of every point. A complete understanding of every subject, every spiritual terminology also. So this is how we understand this. And then this question is about homework. We have to implement every point in our life. That is important. And today is Sadguru Var. Those who are listening at home, they must go to the center to get the bhog, prasad. Sadguru Var is the day of Sadguru. We are offering bhog to Baba, and everyone who comes at the center will receive the bhog. If you cannot come at this time, you can come at other time and connect with the system to receive your bhog. Okay? Om Shanti. Now, anything you would like to share or ask?